Fesker Magev, show Jason, agus show video sound. Good afternoon, this is Jason, and this is a video all about sound. People were asking me some more questions about sound. Some things weren't totally clear, so let's clarify them right now. I'm here to help you. I have 5 different examples of how sound can be used. Because remember, it's used with everything that's not a person, place, or thing. Or a pronoun like him or her. So that's pretty broad. Everything else? Well, let's look at what everything else can look like. So first of all, ha iet aun in Canada. Ha iet aun in Canada. They are in Canada. Nice place to be. I want to highlight in Canada. So I'm going to go and start with sound. Sound and Canada. Ha iet. Sound in Canada. Aha iet. Now you might be wondering, but wait, Canada's a place. Sound isn't used with places. And you're right. But we're not talking about Canada. We're talking about being in Canada. Therefore, we use sound. If we were talking about how beautiful and interesting and great for mountain biking Canada is, well, yeah, we do shay. But we're talking about in Canada right now. So we use sound. And you might be wondering, there's aun. How come there's no aun here? Well, these two auns kind of come together. If you're saying in Canada or in Maine, it blends with the aun in sound. So you only need one aun. Sound and Canada. It is in Canada that they are. It's in Canada that they are. Notice in English, we tend to change the pitch of our voice. Maybe speaking louder, speaking a bit higher, or raising the end of our speech to make it emphasized, right? Gaelic changes word order authentically. You know, in Gaelic, you can, of course, raise your voice a bit. You can. But this is very authentic, and it's worth learning, because you will see it. All right, sound in Canada, aha iet. So we're emphasizing in Canada, as opposed to just Canada. Leva. Number 2, hami a alapa. Dare to dream. I'm from Scotland. So let's highlight being from Scotland. So, like before, we start with sound. Sound a alapa ahami. It's from Scotland that I am. And it's emphasized because it's the first thing that comes after sound. Here, we're not talking about Scotland itself. We're talking about being from Scotland. That's why we're using sound. Sound a alapa. It's from Scotland that I am. Gleba. All right, 3. Hami ski agus fúr. Yeah, you'll get that. Maine has definitely turned the corner. It is definitely fall here. There's no question. So let's highlight ski, for example. Start with sound. Sound, ski. Agus fúr. Ahami. Sound ski agus fúr. Ahami. Just like that. So any sort of adjective, any sort of description, yeah, use sound. Use sound. Cleva. All right, let's look at number 4. Chai, me, and Jay. I went yesterday. Yeah? Chai, me, and Jay. I went yesterday. So if someone's saying, are you going to the shop today? No, I went yesterday. And you want to emphasize yesterday. Like, no, I went yesterday. That's why we have crisps in the house. That's why there are Oreos in the cupboard. I went yesterday. So, let's highlight anje, yesterday. So emphasizing anje, start with sound, as before. Sound, anje. It's yesterday. Achaimi. It's yesterday that I went. Bit like Yoda speak. I wonder if Yoda ever spoke Gaelic. Dare to dream again. Okay, maha, gleva. Number 5, chunik. Chunik. Me. Da chruv. I saw 2 trees. Remember 1 and 2 in Gaelic are singular? Chunik mi da chruv. If we're talking about the trees, well, we do she, because they're things, right? If we're talking about me, we do she, or a form of she. But let's talk about the fact we saw them. You had a wonderful trip, a wonderful stroll on a Sunday afternoon, and you saw 2 beautiful trees, the foliage bursting with color. It was a wonderful experience. Emphasizing the fact you saw them. All right, so it's like this. Start with sound again. Sound. We need a little a here. With verbs, you need a little a. Like past and future tense verbs. A. Sound. Chunik. Mi. Da. Chruv. So again, we're just emphasizing the fact we saw them. Sound chunik mi da chruv. And again, I was just using the English way of emphasizing, using my voice. And that's to kind of help you remember sound is emphasizing. Sound chunik mi da chruv. Gleva. So these are 5 examples of how sound can be used to emphasize a wide range of things. Being in places, at places, things being with something else, on something else, all of those. You can use sound. Being from places, talking about like yesterday, today, tomorrow. Talking about how you're doing, how other people are doing, just any sort of descriptions. If you want to emphasize how beautiful something is, use sound. Sound bria aha Maine. Yeah, I mean, ha e folashach. And then you can also highlight verbs right here. All right, so if this is still a bit tricky, if it hasn't fully sunk in yet, if it's not 100% clear, don't worry. Take a day or 2 off. Don't worry about this so much. Then come back and rewatch the video. Spaced repetition like that can be really helpful for, well, learning anything, but really you need to give your brain time to process and come to terms with these new ways of thinking. Whether you're learning words or phrases or concepts like this, give your brain a little chance to do its thing. We need to get out of our own way to learn better sometimes. Okay. Gleva, thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon.